Eastward is one of the most anticipated indie games of 2021, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why it's already one of my favorites. Let's roll the intro and get to the game. Hey everybody, it's John and welcome back to the Pixel Expedition. I can't believe January is already almost over. I hope everyone is holding up okay and carrying on the best they can during these trying times. So Eastward is a game I've been following for a few years, and the demo was only available for 48 hours back in December of 2019 and was featured in my very first video. However, the channel has evolved quite a bit in the last few months, so I wanted to update the video by going back to the demo and sharing with you 5 reasons why I'm so excited for this and why it just might be my favorite game, even though it hasn't come out yet. When it comes to indie and retro pixel art games, the action-adventure genre is by far my favorite, and Eastward is reminiscent of 2 of my favorite games, Zelda: A Link to the Past and Secret of Evermore. Like Zelda, you collect heart containers to expand your health meter, there's bombs to blow up holes in walls to find new paths, and lots of breakable objects that will drop hearts and currency. Like Secret of Evermore, as well as Secret of Mana, the combat system features a depleting energy meter that impacts your ability to deal continuous damage, and features a dual-player companion system that not only affects how you fight, but also how you tackle puzzles, but more on that in a bit. Eastward looks to keep things simple by embracing a character-driven story with an emphasis on exploration, combat, and puzzle solving, without getting bogged down by more complex game mechanics like crafting, skill trees, class systems, and more. There is cooking though, which is pretty cute. Overall, the game seems to keep a minimalist approach to game design while driving to create a fun and emotional experience. In this way, Eastward will be a compelling choice for both casual and experienced players alike. So I have this obsession with everything that's ancient, abandoned, and post-apocalyptic. There's just something about this aesthetic that I find fascinatingly beautiful, mysterious, and moving. The story setting of Eastward, however, shows us a world that is falling to ruin, described as a society on the verge of collapse after a deadly toxic presence has spread across the land, devouring everything in its path. Many people have dispersed, abandoned settlements, and moved underground, struggling to survive away from danger and decay. But the heroes of our story, Sam and John, are on a journey in the hopes of reclaiming the world they've lost, which is something I'm eager to vicariously experience through their story. Long before playing this demo, I was hooked by the art style and colors featured in the early screen grabs of the game. The pixel art style is a throwback to those 16-bit adventure RPGs I grew up with, which hit me with wonderful waves of nostalgia. The color palette is warm, earthy, and desaturated, and the game shows influences of steampunk and sci-fi while embracing the general aesthetic of 90s Japanese animations. The world is rich in detail and makes every scene in the game visually compelling and surprising, encouraging exploration. The visuals are also washed over by a hint of image noise, which softens the artwork and gives it a vintage, almost video recording look to the game. Coupled with modern lighting effects, the whole experience of the game for me is breathtaking. It's just gorgeous to look at. A strong musical score is the one thing that will suck me into almost any game, and it's no coincidence that my favorite games also have my favorite scores. I fell in love with the music of Eastward immediately. Composed by 𝘀𝘂𝗽𝗄𝗏, Eastward features a delicious mix of up-tempo retro chiptunes with contemporary influences and moving atmospheric soundscapes. If you're interested, links are in the description to listen to some of the tracks outside the game, as well as Joel's other work. I'm especially fond of the main theme, which you've already heard and will reprise at the end of this episode. I just hope the soundtrack is made available when the game releases. I just can't get enough of it. While the game is a single-player experience, Eastward features a dual-character system where Sam and John journey together as companions and directly impacts the gameplay. When together in combat, the characters can be easily swapped out to take advantage of their unique skills. While John can deal blunt damage wielding melee and ranged weapons, like his pong-pong gun and signature frying pan, Sam uses magical powers and spews bursts of energy that can stun enemies. Using both players in tandem can make for an effective combat experience. Some pathways in the world are blocked by objects that only can be cleared by a certain character. John, for instance, can use bombs and knock away crates, while Sam can obliterate some of the bulbous, fast-growing vegetation found in the environment. Sometimes, it's a timely combination of both. The pair can also be separated and played with independently to solve puzzles like this one in the cave involving a switch. And those are my 5 reasons why Eastward is already my favorite game, even though it hasn't come out yet. And there's no telling whether the game will release in the next couple of weeks, or if it will take until the end of the year. As soon as I can get my hands on it, I promise you I'll be picking it up, and I'll be sure to get gameplay up on the channel. And while this review is based on an early demo of a game that is still in development, I have no doubt in my mind that Eastward is going to be something very special. But that will do for now. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time on the Pixel Expedition, take care and stay safe.